Hello, welcome to another video from sickmaths.co.uk, where you'll find the whole GCSE maths explained on video, all for free, so do check it out, and some amazing revision guides, and even tutoring if you want to be tutored by me. Anyway, so this video is about finding the range and interquartile range, the IQR, for any set of numbers. Yeah, so here's one set of numbers, here's another set of numbers. So I'm going to show you two examples. Those two examples kind of demonstrate slightly different things each time. But anyway, so here's your set of numbers, unordered. So put them in order so that you can at least see where the smallest number and the biggest number is, so that you can work out the range, because the range is working out the maximum, take away the minimum. So the maximum here is 7, the minimum there is 1, and simply do 7, take away 1, which is 6. So basically, the range is finding the spread of the numbers. So you look at the biggest number and the smallest number and look at the difference, and you can see the spread of the numbers. Okay, I'm going to do that again over here for this set of numbers. Put it in order first of all. So you got the smallest there, the biggest there. Find the difference. 9 take away 2 is 7. So that's the range for this set of numbers. So the range for this is bigger than the range for that. The spread of these numbers is greater than the spread of these numbers. There you go. Let's find the interquartile range. That's the one that sounds a bit complicated, doesn't it? But if you break it down, it's actually very simple. Quartile just means quarters. So we're going to break it into quarters. So if I cut it in half and then cut it in half again, I get the lower quartile, and I cut it in half on the other side, I get the upper quartile. Let me do that slowly, because it's slightly different in the case where you've got an odd number of numbers and an even number of numbers. I've got 7 numbers here, and I've got 8 numbers here. Okay, so in the case you've got 7 numbers, you've got a middle number. Ignore the middle number and circle the rest of the numbers on each side of the middle number. Okay, so in this case I've got 3 numbers here and 3 numbers there, and I picked the middle number on each side. And that's the lower quartile, and that's the upper quartile. Some people have a technique. I'm not going to go into that technique because I think that technique doesn't really work all the time, and it's confusing, and anything that's slightly confusing that's not using your common sense is likely to confuse you even more in the exam, and then you're going to really mess your exam up. Especially when the topic is so simple, why make it complicated? Okay, so you can visually see what's going on. Just find the middle, and then find the middle of the middles on each side. Okay, that's the lower quartile, that's the upper quartile. So you've got the quartiles, but it's the interquartile range. Okay, so that just means the range between the quartiles. Okay, the lower quartile and the upper quartile, because the range means the difference between the maximum and minimum, or basically is the spread. Okay, so this is the spread between the quartiles. What's the difference between the quartiles? Like the range is the difference between the maximum and minimum. The interquartile range is the range between the maximum quartile and the minimum, upper quartile and the lower quartile. So just do that, take away that. 5 take away 2 is 3. Let's do that really quickly on this side. This time I don't have a middle number, so I simply put a circle on both sides over here. See, last time I had a middle number, this time I don't have a middle number because I've got an even number of numbers. And something else I'm going to try to demonstrate here is if I don't have an actual middle number on either side, like I have over here, I don't have a middle number, do I? Okay, I have to find the middle of the middles. So the middle of 2 and 4 is 3, so the lower quartile is 3, and the middle of the middle is 7.5 here, because between 7 and 8 is 7.5. And if you're not sure how to do that, just add the two numbers together and divide by 2, and you get the middle of the middle. 7 plus 8 is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5, 2 plus 4 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. Okay, anyway, so you got the lower quartile, upper quartile. Just find the difference between them, and that will give you the interquartile range. So 7.5 take away 3, as it says here, is 4.5. And that's it. So you've worked out the upper quartile and the lower quartile. I suppose you should look at this as well. This is the rule. Interquartile range is upper quartile, take away lower quartile. Did I really need to write that? I suppose I did. And nothing else to say, I think. Yep, nothing else.